Hey guys, Beastforce here and welcome back to my Phineas and Ferb breakdown. There are two episodes that I'm going to cover in my Phineas and Ferb breakdown today. Well, one will be the Hawaiian Vacation, which will be the 100th episode, as Nerds of the Feather and Wizards of Oz will focus on pop culture, will get their own. And then we have the last 8 normal episodes of Phineas and Ferb Season 2, and then we get to 2 special episodes. Phineas and Ferb Summer Belongs to You and The Roller Coaster the Musical, which I should have done in production order, but I'm going to change it out a bit to airing order, but I'm going to do production order in the end, which Roller Coaster the Musical is actually the season finale of the production order. Today we're going to look at 2 episodes that focus around Candace, as she becomes mayor in this episode with Stacy helping, and Candace focusing on having friends while Stacy ditched her because Candace was too busy focusing on busting her brothers. I know there's a lot of episodes that focuses on Candace, as she focuses on to bust her brothers, hang around with Jeremy and other that, but it shows that 2 topics of different things, as it's still relevant to other past episodes. If this is your first breakdown and you're curious to know how the rating system works, there's a detailed description down below along with my other playlist videos or my latest breakdown video. Michael Didrik and Perry Sombolas has wrote another episode of season 2 of Phineas and Ferb called She's the Mayor, premiered on June the 14th, 2010 on Disney XD 3 months after The Beat premiered in March. Candace is awarded the opportunity to be mayor for the day, so she uses her new status to create new laws that can assist her with busting her brothers. Back at home, Phineas and Ferb build an infinite log cabin and a pin village. Meanwhile, Dr. Doofenshmirtz is scheduled to play golf with his brother, but since he hates the game, he creates an accelerator needed to speed things along. Looks like we see a clock from the City Hall. And yet, we're at the City Hall. Last time we were there, it was the previous episode, The Beak.
Winner of this year's annual Mayor for a Day essay contest.
And Candace is gonna be the mayor. The last episode we did in our breakdown, Doofus was the mayor for the day because of Kakapoo, who was fighting the Beak.
To Candace Flynn.
Oh, bravo! Bravissimo!
Hooray for busting little brothers, being a perfect metaphor for our times!
And Mr. Garcia Shapiro has a speaking role now, but not with Isabella, as we don't get to see it. But the last time he appeared was the cameo in the Beak episode, was walking with civilians, while Ferb said, "There is no glory in fires."
Hooray for building things without the tools and technology we take for granted today!
At that time, we don't know who this character was. Now we know it's Isabella's dad, Mr. Garcia Shapiro.
Building things without tools and technology? Verb, I know what we're gonna do today.
Candace Flynn.
Bust my brothers?
Look at them all clapping in the same direction as they applaud Candace for her ambition to bust her brothers.
When I was the Queen of Mars.
That was an unfair science fair, Redux another story, and that won't be the last time you be the queen or something.
Looks like Candace has a full day, and so do we.
It had the same layout as the Beak episode when Doofus were in, but the patterns of the floor is different, as the frame from the back of the chair looks different as well. Nice.
That you get the big chair. Ooh, picture up. Great, Miss Flynn. You are in charge.
In charge, huh? Time to make some new laws.
You realize this is just a temporary position for show?
Yep, Candace is actually temporary mayor, as he doesn't get the full position, as Roger Doofus is not fully gone. He's going to play golf.
Melanie is out, Pace.
Hey, Stacy, how'd you like to be the assistant to the mayor?
And she gave Melanie a day off without pay. Can't keep it all because I don't want to get copyrighted.
At last, Candace Flynn is in charge.
Man, Stacey looks lovely with her hair tied back and the design like that. And with the glasses as well. She looks stunning.
What you doing?
Alison Stoner's using her current voice now, as it isn't reused.
And we're only gonna use Dad's antique collection of Pioneer tools.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen the antique store yet. And it doesn't come until season 3.
Hey, where's Perry?
Morning, Agent P. Sorry we have to meet here at the agency sauna.
This is one of these episodes where Perry meets Major Monogram other than his lair. And also weird to see Perry without a hat, as well as Carl and Major Monogram not wearing any clothes.
We lose our privileges. It's our old friend Doofenshmirtz again.
Old friend Doofenshmirtz? Could that be foreshadowing of him being an ally?
So we're sending you in undercover to stop him.
And we all know Doofenshmirtz doesn't see Perry the Platypus until he wears a fedora. He used to recognize it in season 1, in one of the being It's About Time in Dr. Feelbetter, when Perry the Platypus was upset at Doofenshmirtz for fighting with Peter the Panda. But overall, we get to see more of this in the next episode, was it with the plumber thing?
Agent W! Didn't see you there.
And that's the first appearance of Agent W, Agent Whale, as we do get to see him in the next episode, which was the 100th episode of Phineas and Ferb, the Hawaiian Vacation, was it, when he tracked down Doofenshmirtz towards the end credits. It's the quirky worky song, but it sounds different, like an olden times. We still don't know the writings of it, but we do see Mayor Candace Flynn, new law.
Wait a minute. New law. I'm the only one who can wear that. Everything should be pretty.
The song is called Ordinary Day, sung by the Paisley Sideburn Brothers, which Candace went into the concert in Fireside Girl Jamboree, and also the singer is by Danny Jacob's son, Aaron Jacob, which is his second song, while the previous song being Phineas and Ferb, as he get to sing more in the future on Phineas and Ferb. Man, if I was the mayor and I come and I see this design in the City Hall, I would be going flipping nuts.
Free makeovers for the mayor.
Good one, Miss Mayor.
Oh yeah, Candace was in Bobby Fabulous's shop with Linda in Hip Hip Parade.
And I'll take that, and I'll take that, and I'll take that, and...
I know it's the same design, but I really like the horses. They look like unicorns. Her own $sign? What the fuck? She's trying to make everything like Candace, of her hair, her designs, and her clothes. Man, she is the temporary mayor, and she really wants to change it. And also we get to see Jeremy and Candace's way. If that was me, my arms would be aching.
Looks like you've left your mark on Danville.
And there they are, the Paisley Sideburn Brothers.
I busted my pencil.
Brother? Busted? I, like so many other elected officials, have forgotten the very promises I made that got me into office in the first place. That's it. I'm gonna bust my brothers.
She has been focusing on a lot of things while being mayor, but one of them being busted. When you have to promise something, you have to do it. Otherwise, people are going to be on your back. And we're at the Danville Country Club where Doofenshmirtz and will be hanging around with his brother.
I promised that I'd spend some quality time with my brother, but no, I am not a big baby. I am not.
Doofenshmirtz's mother's parents must be arseholes to him. Yeah, they treat Roger Doofenshmirtz as the king, but I really feel bad for Doofenshmirtz. Even to this day, even he in Danville, poor Doofenshmirtz, he's been poorly treated once again.
It was terrible, and I've already wasted half the morning not caring at all.
It was my caddy. Say, you're not my regular caddy.
Oh yeah, Doofenshmirtz doesn't know Perry the Platypus is in disguise. The next episode we'll do, it was to be a platypus plumber, Perry the Platypus Perry, and he said, Perry the Platypus.
You can't be teed off once you've teed off.
You know, that's a reference to the Grady Twins of The Shining.
You look so familiar. Something about your platypus-like beak.
Even without technology, Phineas and Ferb and his gang knows how to design anything. I like the designs of Phineas, Isabella, Ferb, and Buford wearing old clothes, which makes resemblance to the early 90s.
Tug me in! Tug me in!
This here town was built on top of an ancient Indian burial ground.
That's the old coot. Every time he just says of a sentence, he spits.
If you find any gold, it's mine. If you find any gold, it's mine.
Look at that Isabella's eyes. I'm pretty sure she sees them.
That's right, Madam Mayor. We're sending you video now.
Looks like they've done a pretty good job.
Really, Stacy? Gather the press and the media and get them to my house.
Dun 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 dun.
Heinz, wake up, Heinz. We're on to the next hole.
I hate golf. It's boring to watch and tedious to play.
Pretty true. If I was watching golf, I would be closing my eyes and going to bed. Then watching this.
But when I twist this club here, behold, the accelerator! Fast forward my brother through this boring golf game in seconds. Forward. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, look at him go!
As I didn't mention before, the song is called Platypus Walk, as we get to hear it more times, but overall it's a very iconic song.
I bust my brothers!
They mention metaphor again, which is hilarious.
I want you to take the limo, pick up my mom and dad, and bring them back. Stat. Oh yeah.
And the best part about this is, it works until you see.
100% historically accurate old-timey pioneer town.
And that is very well done. Really like the designs of different areas in the backyard.
And deer ticks!
And various sores I'll be nursing for.
Let's never do that again.
Agreed.
And they don't once Doofus uses the accelerator.
Mr. and Mrs. Flynn, Mayor Candace urgently requests your immediate presence at the Flynn household.
Yes, I could certainly get used to this.
Man, I really like the interior of the limo inside, as you get to see. Very cool.
Hey, Mom!
Yes, Candace? Candace, this isn't another rant about some imaginary thing your brothers are building.
Perfecto! I do, Mama.
Is she speaking Spanish?
A, an invisible thing or non-existent thing?
Ladies and gentlemen!
When Candace reveals the invention that Phineas and Ferb built in the background, you can hear the music from the roller coaster, when Phineas reveals the greatest coaster ever.
Look! It's a perfect metaphor that we should return to simpler times and values. Ha! A perfect metaphor for how history teaches us about our future. It's a metaphor for...
Not everything is a metaphor!
You know that is Isabella's dad you're talking to, Candace, but we don't know at that time.
Candace, what on earth?
Yet the background is out of focus while Linda's in focus.
Well, this is one of those times.
Phineas! Ferb! Get out here this second!
And she fucking saw it. Oh my word. One of them being a dream, one of them being the roller coaster episode, and one of them being this, which she actually saw, but we all know Doofus is gonna ruin it.
I'm sorry, Candace. Now I know all the crazy exploits you told me about were true.
Looks like Linda is finally warming up to her daughter.
Good chance it could tear apart the very fabric of space-time. Destroy the universe.
We didn't get to see it in the universe but this sure, but could you imagine?
This up a little. What, are you out of your mind? Meow.
It's going back as we set into what it is before.
You two are so...
And that was so close, and now it's resetting to what it is before. The Candace poster is a reference to Barack Obama. As you can see, alien opens up as he goes into Danville in this universe. Also the same alien that appeared in Vanessa Ruffins when he sent the creeper into another time. While Perry the Platypus using a hat as Doofus was known in this reaper, as they use different uniforms and different cosplay as they become a mummy while dancing, which is hilarious. What happens if we play it in reverse? And that is that, which I suppose.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride.
And now we're back to the very beginning of the episode, which Perry the Platypus smashed the accelerator nail to send it back.
Hey, what are you doing?
Congratulations to our own local old cook.
The one-eyed alien smashes the accelerator nail to make sure that the old coot becomes mayor, as Candace doesn't, which means Candace doesn't bust her brothers once and for all, as she is a hollow victory.
Hooray for finding gold being a metaphor for... I think we're supposed to take that literally.
I was robbed.
And rightly so. The universe is against Candace, as we get to see it in Candace Against the Universe in 22 once we get to... this episode is complicated as you think, but overall, it's actually very nice. I'm going to give the plot a 3. The idea to have Candace as the mayor is genius, as she took over temporarily for Roger, who has his day off to spend time with Doofus, who uses the accelerator later. Candace was focusing on other things until Stacy reminds him to bust her brothers, which Phineas and Ferb made and the inventions in the backyard with old stuff and old days. And the best part about this is Candace successfully bust her brothers by being his parents there, but Perry the Platypus destroyed the accelerator there, which causes to go back to where it began in earlier episode, and the Coot has took over the mayor for temporary. Characterization will get a 5. Phineas, Ferb, Buford, Balji, and Isabella are the same as every episode, but Candace She is still the same, but she acts pretty different as she wants to create a new law for herself until she realized she needs to bust her brothers as she became successful, but the accelerator will happen. I really like how Roger's spending time with Doofusman as he phones into his parents, his mother, about spending time with Roger, but which she still calls him a baby, which still shows how bad Doofusman's parents is. The visuals, surprisingly, 5. One of them being Phineas and Ferb building a cabin in an old village, Candace designing for her new law with other montages, and also Doofusman spending time with Rogers, including the accelerator near, the reverse time of with the alien and everything else. Very well done. Importance is a 2. Entertainment will get a 5. That leaves off with a 20 out of 25. I thought it was going to get less of this, but I am surprised because even though this episode being forgotten as the importance, but it's still remembered for Candace being the mirror and Phineas and Ferb getting busted before the accelerator later happened, and there's a lot of things to enjoy. So let's move on to the next one. The second episode to be completed in this breakdown video is called The Lemonade Stand, written by Aliki Theophilopoulos and Anton Gilbert. Premiered on June the 14th, 2010 on Disney XD. Phineas and Ferb build the ultimate lemonade stand and it begins to offer franchise opportunities. Meanwhile, Candace and Stacy's relationship is put to the test when Candace feels she must pick between their friendship and busting her brothers. Dr. Doofus creates a paper cartonator so that he can make trillions selling bandages. You hear that many times when you say na 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 in early episodes.
We'll build a monorail to Mars.
Well, Phineas and Ferb already been to Mars since the last episode of season 1.
What is wrong with you two? Can't you think of something normal to do?
Just like the wedding episode, Candace tries to make sure that Phineas and Ferb do something different.
No trampolines, no robots, no roller coasters, no fireworks spectaculars, no native dancers, no running of the wildebeest. That better not be a nose-picking machine.
To be honest, I would make something like that if my nose is twitchy.
Right.
Hey, where's Perry?
That's a weird thing, but Major Monograd told Perry the platypus to find what Doofusman is doing with that paper. I can't keep it all because of copyright.
Over on me. Hey, Candace. Because I'm going to be on you all day like a book on a shelf. That's on! Like I am! On you! Candace!
Mind us, ladies. We're just sitting here making every day of summer count.
Surely I'm going to have some serious busting to do around here.
No, I don't understand. We've been planning this for like 3 weeks.
Poor Stacy. It's been happening since the Robot Rodeo episode where Stacy wants Candace to go to the concert, but her focus is to bust her brother, and it comes back in full cycle in this episode.
They're using protractor!
You mean projectors, something that you use for maths class.
I want a best friend I can count on. It's me or bust.
You're making me choose? You wouldn't dare.
I don't blame Stacy for being angry at Candace for trying to bust her brother, which was her main focus throughout the whole summer, but Stacy's losing patience now.
Best friend wouldn't make me do that.
I guess you're not my best friend.
Not anymore.
Fine.
I know these two will make up for it, but overall, this is just pure sad. You two are best friends and you two arguing. Just get a grip, man.
The garbage disposal is stuck again. The same one you fixed last week. Oh, who needs to see that? Sheesh! Oh, I'll be in the other room.
This is the second episode in a row that Doofus doesn't know that is Perry the Platypus in disguise.
You're done already? What kind of a plumber are you?
Here comes another iconic joke in Phineas and Ferb, which is still memorable to this day.
A platypus plumber? Perry the platypus plumber? Perry the platypus!
That joke just never gets old. That voice was being used in TikTok and YouTube as well. Iconic, and that's going to get a lot of points for importance.
Amazing what you can do with toilet paper, which you'd know if you were a real plumber.
Man, he's really going to waste paper. Do you know papers grow on trees, you know?
Lemonade stand. We liked your idea so much, we decided to go for it.
Wow, this is the best lemonade I've ever had. Hit me again.
It's the same ball pit kit we see in the other episodes.
That's it? Huh. That means there's nothing for me to bust today.
Well, wait until you get to when Phineas and Ferb build a brand about the lemonade stand.
Really acting like normal mediocre kids doing normal mediocre stuff.
As the camera zooms into the lemonade robot thing, which is doing the lemonade stand for everything to collect, as Phineas and Ferb are building a brand because of the invention they made. I don't know how Candace didn't check in the backyard. Why is she gone away? She should have double checked.
Oh, an innator. But they pale in comparison to the paper cuttinator, Heinz Doofenshmirtz.
I was sick that day.
Man, that is a weird picture, but it's funny every time I see it. Invoice to Heinz Doofenshmirtz. Doofenshmirtz even called 30 undergarments, bulk purchase, 10 boxes, amount due $10, $10,000. I mean, with pants.
Watch out, Danville.
Ouch! Something bit me.
Fully stocked with new Doofenshmirtz brand adhesive bandages.
And that's what his plan is, to use the paper cuttinator so he can use, so that people in Danville can use bandages to repair the people for Doofenshmirtz to make money.
Yeah, that picture's gonna haunt me.
And Happy Evil.
I'm gonna do all my innator introductions like that from now on.
You did with Norm back in season 1. It'd be like, oh really? Is the introduction? I will still kick your ass.
Stacy's mad at me. And I'm mad at Stacy.
Hey, Candace.
Hey there, Jenny.
It's nice to see Jenny Brown again, but she does get less and less appearance by the time seasons past. I really hope she appears in season 5 more often.
Come on, Candace. You just want someone to go to the mall with you. I've got to get to the Save the Pigeons rally. Save the pigeons!
I like how Allison's using her hippie voice. She's the same voice actress as Isabella.
Jeremy? No, I can't talk about Jeremy. Mad at Stacy. Jenny? Pigeon. Mom? No way. Yuck! How did he even get in here? Delete.
This was when iPhone and Galaxy Samsung rising. She still have a normal phone as she's still typing the same button as delete.
I'm Jeremy, Stacy, Jenny, Mom. How can I only have 4 friends? And one of them's my mom.
And this is very relatable. And also, this is another meme as well, along with Perry the Platypus' Plumber. 2 memes in 1 episode? Wow.
I've been looking everywhere for you.
Yeah, that sounds like Paloma Aldrin, who also did Melody.
Let's go to the mall. Hey, did you see that lonely girl? Yeah, she was all by herself and singular.
Man, she is getting roasted by Stacy and now by the 2 people. Poor Candace.
How's phase 2 coming along?
Hold on, Phineas. Little more to my left. Franchise locations are go.
And that is the start of Phineas and Ferb making a lemonade stand, which becomes a franchise.
Here you go. Hey, everyone. It says there's a new Phineas and Ferb lemonade stand opening with no...
Man, Pedro was there earlier. He's gonna get another lemonade stand. And how much money does he have?
Yeah! Oh, yeah! Wow!
Man, he has a Phineas and Ferb lemonade stand tattoo. How hilarious.
In your face, orange juice!
Hey, stop offending orange juice. Orange juice is the best. I like lemonade, but don't offend orange juice, please.
First, we get a piece of paper and then load it in and that auto feeder.
He said auto feeder, if anyone doesn't know clearly. As the paper kind of opens, as you can see, it's spinning around with the wind being like that, which is very, very well done.
Singing would be unbearable.
While Candace is walking, you can see Danville is out of focus, just like in every other episode.
I learned a lesson.
The song is called You're My Better Best Friend, which is Candace starting to regret ditching her friendship with Stacy other than busting up brothers. And it's sung by another other than Elsie Powell, another banger from her. Opening Phineas and Ferb Lemonade soon in this location. Hey, it's Baxter. We saw him earlier in the lemonade stand for lining up. Now he's here. How did he get there so far? Candace sees a cloud of Stacy's face, which is iconic, but which in season 5 is going to happen with Linda. Phineas and Ferb lemonade stand having their own blip. What is going on? Their own stadium as well. I was thinking Phineas and Ferb are everywhere. Candace is not looking at the billboards bustle everywhere because she's too distracted or thinking about Stacy.
I lost my best friend
once. His name was Biff. Turned into this whole brouhaha. I had to fight a squid.
That's a reference to voyage of the bottom of the Buford in season 1.
She is really my best friend. I should just apologize to her.
See? It's not bad at all. Just apologize and everything will be forgotten.
Yes, right next to the Phineas and Ferb lemonade stand.
And she finally saw a lemonade stand poster or billboard or a cup or something. Babs Beauty, hair, nails and facial. That's where her mom is.
Stacy, mom, Stacy, mom, Stacy, mom, Stacy, stop, Stacy, stop it, Wolverine, shut up, Marley, stop it.
She must be very confused right now. And if she did bust him, that would be the end of their friendship in this episode.
How did you get out of that? It's too
I'll put in the screen to show you what two-pla means.
Oh, spitballs!
I remember episode Ultimate Alien, was it when Kevin was using spitballs on Gwen?
Look, Gwen, you have to treat a car like you treat a woman.
Go on.
No, I sense I've made a mistake of some kind. Come on, kinda cute, right?
Go! I am not in love with Sophie. I am not.
Man, this isn't in the fight scene, but this is hilarious. I really liking the joke so far.
Boom! Fly paper! But it doesn't matter, look! One piece? That's it? A plunger jab made a...
Man, that is gotta hurt. Imagine getting a lot of paper cuttings in your body. That's gotta sting. As Perry the Platypus made paper something to escape, as you can see the Danville background on top, which is very, very well done.
Lemon juice.
Sorry, folks, we're sold out.
There is Baxter again, and Pedro. They're all waiting in line to get more of WoW.
Go home, you losers! We're dry!
Right, I really like this part of Danville. You get to see one half, like Linda. Will Candace go to Linda to bust her brothers, or will she become friends with Stacy and apologize?
You okay, honey?
Come on, kid, I got a schedule. Come on, kid, in or out?
Candace better time it fast.
Mom, there's something I've got to tell you. That if you want me, I'll be at the mall with Stacy.
Being with your friends other than busting your brothers all the time, good choice.
Welcome back, best friend.
Thanks, best friend.
Oh, it's nice to see Candace enjoying herself for a change. Now, where are those lemonade stands I keep hearing?
Linda, you are so clueless. How could you not know about the lemonade stand? Do you seen it in the front or the back or something? Man, just in time before Linda gets back. All caused by Doofusments, again with the paper carton era.
Just normal mediocre kid stuff.
Oh, there you are, Perry.
It's really sour. You want to... Oh! Dad, you know he's not here, right?
Yeah, I know, but I'm sure it's his fault.
So it was you who keep the papers all up. It may be Perry, but it is your fault in the first place, Doof. Okay, now for the ratings. I'm gonna give the plot a 3. As Candace always keeps an eye on Phineas and Ferb building a venture to try and bust her brothers, as they will never stop in the future. But I really don't blame Stacy, as she is mad that she's spending time busting her brothers, focusing on her, which is the reason why they're not best friends anymore. Until Candace learns a lesson that she needs to apologize after her outburst, which comes in full cycle in the end. And instead of busting Phineas and Ferb for making a lemonade stand, and really like Doofusman and Perry, it is a fun plot of Doofusman using the paper cutting to use his bandages so he can make more money, as his plan fails once again. Characterization will get a 5. Candace is obsessed with not busting her brothers, as she always acts as she arguing with Stacy, which is a surprise, as she does at times becomes too far-fetched, as we've seen it in the Spartan Day episode when he's focused on Jeremy instead of Stacy going to the spa. But she finally realized that she needs to spend more time with her friends, as she goes with Stacy towards the end. I really like Doofusman and Perry as well. It was a fun dynamic in this episode as the other episode, but it's the same and it's spectacular. Phineas and Ferb and the rest of the characters are the same. The visuals will get a 5. Importance, it gets a 4. People say why 4 because the fandom still remembers it. And the 2 memes, Perry the Platypus Plumber and also the 4 friends. That's why it gets extra points, because of that meme that became popular on internet and TikTok. Entertainment's a 5 though. That leaves off with a 22 out of 25. To be honest, I am kinda not surprised. And if it wasn't for the Platypus Plumber joke or the only 4 friends joke, it would have been less than that. But overall, that gives us extra point, which makes it a fantastic episode. Let's move on to our final thoughts. While you see in the lemonade stand, you can see Phineas's hair becoming green, which is actually a rare for animators to make an error. Also, the lemonade episode is similar to Nectar of the Odd, the Very Odd Parents episode. The lemonade stand is the 100th episode of the production order of Phineas and Ferb, but I'm glad I did air in order to mix up with the production order, and that means Summer Belongs to You and the Roller Coaster will be the last 2 episodes that I'll do. And you thought this was the last time. When Life Gives You Lemons in Hamster and Gretel involves a lemonade stand for Gretel and Bailey, which is also reference Phineas and Ferb, which is very similar. As I'm going to do the 100th episode of Phineas and Ferb, the Hawaiian Vacation, which of the 2 episodes that you think is the best? She's the Mayor or the Lemonade Stand, which I will put in the poll. Let me know in the community tab when it goes live, and until then, I hope you have a fantastic day. As always, see ya.